All right, I think we're good now. I was figuring out some technical difficulties. I think we are good to go. All right, there we go. Yeah, I just fixed my microphone. Sorry. Yeah. Y'all are funny. All right, we got a 415.25 right now, down 0.3%. Good morning. It is May 7, 2021, Monday, start of a new week. I know y'all are ready to be here after a nice weekend and ready to get back in here and start making some money. I always love the feeling Monday morning, like when I wake up and like my adrenaline starts pumping, like, man, this is good to go. The good to go, man. I'm ready to make some money. I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to take what is mine in this market. So I'm gonna dive into the litmus test here. I know some of y'all didn't get to watch my hacking cough tuberculosis video, so I had to delete that because I missed a little bit of an edit there. So I apologize for that. Just part of me having about 85 different things to do, and I missed over that, but I'll come back tomorrow. Looking at the pre-market video, right now the only thing that's green is the Amazon. Amazon is up 0.8-ish, yeah, 0.8%. Everything else is anywhere from 0.4 to 0.3 to 0.2% down. And then, of course, we've got SPY. SPY is 0.24% right now. And I want to pop open my watch list here. Where is that thing? Right here. Here we go. And I'll come down to the financial sector. That's one thing I'm going to keep my eye on. A lot of buying power coming in right now onto the SPY on the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart. Trending bullish. Nope, that's XLF. So trending bullish on the XLF up right here. We've got all the EMAs tight right here. We've got a couple of support levels and resistance levels. The one I was really looking at, let's go back over to SPY here. The one I was really looking at was the 414 level. That's what I was highlighting in pre-market, this 414.81, which is where we were trending here in pre-market. But over the 3 month charts, that there's a level right there at the 414. So I was watching that for a bounce. We've been uptrending since 7:50 my time, which is 45 minutes ago. We've been on this uptrend from pre-market up until now, and a lot of buyers are hitting the tape. If you haven't already seen the OM Only's Plays Room, I am currently watching the May 21st 412 puts or May 17th 417 calls. So we came right down and bounced hard off these EMAs, the 21 and the 8 uptrending. And I'm just going to let this thing play out and kind of figure out where it's going to go. Let the trends play out and just tell me what it wants to do. You know, I don't want to joke in here. I don't want to jump in here and get hosed early off the day, especially being on Monday. I want to start my week off strong, get the ball rolling. You know, we've got this big old boulder on the hill. We got to get it rolling. So. And that's the plan. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking your time out of your morning to be here. I appreciate that. This is, of course, the Options Millionaire channel. If you have any questions, concerns, post them in the YouTube live chat. And, of course, throw them over in the SPY trading floor room over in Discord. So I'll be flipping back and forth between the YouTube chats and the Discord room. So, yeah, answer all your questions. I did not get a new mic. This is a new mic. I'm glad it sounds nice though. Well, I mean, I got a new mic about a month ago, but yeah, this is the same one I've been using. Might be my voice. My voice is like got that raspy sound because I've been coughing for like 6 weeks straight. Huge green candle forming on the SPY. Everything looks bouncing. The financial sector has turned green. What are the bonds doing? Bonds are selling off. So it looks like a little rotation going on right here. The Q trading flat at the moment in terms of price from their pre-market opening or the market opening. They gapped down a little bit, not quite as aggressively as SPY it seems. SPY came down from 416.94 to down here, so about a dollar sell-off. A different voice every day. Yeah, hopefully that can get straightened out soon. So my wife is begging me to go get checked out, but I'm a little stubborn. right, so looking at the Titan flow, not much going on. Very, very low volume on the Titan flow. So interesting. Thanks for posting that, Funky. You beat me to it. I like it. Sweet Jackson, you're funny, buddy. You're funny. All right, let's take a look at the charts. This is the 5-minute. I'm not going to pop up the 15 just yet. I will switch to the 3 to see how the 3 is looking. There you go. There's the 3. Opening of the 8 EMA and the 21 here, uptrending here. I know we've got this big support level up here at 417, which is where we closed the post-market action on Friday. Looking bullish on the squeeze Momo. RSI is topped out. We got this little red candle forming, switching back and forth to green now. And let's just take it to 1. This is what the 1 looks like. Snapshot. Everything is diverging up to the upside, which is good. It's good. Switching back to the 5. There you go. So I've got my order form pulled up here. I've got the May 21st puts in there, but that's just to keep my order form up. I got to put something in there. And I'm not necessarily sold on calls or puts. You know, I think this is going to be a necessarily chop day. I'm going to be looking closely off this as we approach this 417 level because we are quickly filling this gap. Holy smokes, a lot of buying coming into this. At one point, the futures were down, what, 0.3%, which is it's a pretty big gap for the futures. So if I see stuff in like the 0.4, 0.5, 0.7 range, I don't really pay much mind to it, but 0.3%, that's something. That's something. So right now we are currently approaching the gap fill. I'm going to be watching that area very, very closely. Very, very closely. What do y'all think? What are your questions, concerns? What'd you come up with over the weekend? Did you do your SPY homework? You figure out what the top stocks are in SPY and figure out how SPY is manipulated? You do any of that? Let me know if you did. I'm curious what you found. It's good stuff to share. Yep, so I'm approaching today's market with a little bit of trepidation here. I'm not going to be slinging it like I did, on Tuesday. I'm not going to be quite as aggressive, obviously. I am just, looking. So let's come out to the longer time frames and kind of just look at the big picture. What is the big picture telling us? So right here, the EMAs and 21s are squished together here. You've got all the support and resistance right there. A lot of volume coming in because we've been trending here for, about a month now. We've been in this range. Now, the third, Tuesday and Wednesday, we finally took out a lot of different EMAs and we popped the range and came down, which is what I've been wanting to do, which is great. Now, let's historically, whenever we've got these big sell-offs, you pop up. This one dipped off here and went a little higher. That was back when we started our beast mode on March 26th, March 25th. So really, we're just waiting to see where this thing wants to go. Like the fib always says, if you come down and touch the fib, you bounce back up and then you go onward. We didn't quite touch the 0.5. It was just a hair above it. Just a hair above it. So, there's a couple of questions that definitely need to be asked. Definitely need to be asked here. And I'm going to do my best to answer those. Treasury yields are not the bonds are currently down right now, and they're down 0.16%. XLF is trading between red and green. It wants to go back and forth. So, yep, I do see that, Luca. That's what I was just looking at. Is it going back and forth between red and green? Right here. So really, I'm probably going to base my calls and puts based on this right here. Like this thing is trading 0.09%, pretty flat. And it keeps popping green, going red, popping green, going red. So not too much going on. The tech market, or I should say FANG, is red by a decent amount, by a decent amount. Oh, look at the financial sector just turned red. All right, hold on a second. I'm watching my puts. This thing's about, hold on. All right, 30, 125. $125 right there. May 21st. Okay. All right. So the financial market, I just said farket. The financial market is starting to dip here. We've got these red candles forming in the SPY, and I'm really going to be paying closing attention to the SPY and 3-5 minute chart, because now we're approaching the EMAs again. Even though XLF is selling off, I'm really paying close attention to these things to see what these things are going to do. If the XLF continues to take out these lower ranges of the market, then we can anticipate some downside here. So we got this huge red candle that just waylaid the previous session right here, and then now we've got some more forming. This little red forming right here. Testing the 8. Testing the 8. So 0.26. So XLF went from 0.09 down to 0.26. 3-minute chart here. And using that 21 as a trampoline, which it likes to do. It likes to do. Oh, yeah, today is tax day, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I had to text the old wife, the old ball and chain. Learned about XLK for track and tech. Learned about the Big 5 and SPY. Pretty interesting. Good. Nice job. Good job, Robin. Good job, Jake. Nicely done. Apple's releasing new streaming services. Yeah. That should bring some volatility in there, maybe a little bit. What role does the option info from Typeflow have in your decision making? It depends. I look at the block orders. So when I check that stuff and I see an egregiously skewed number, if I see 100 million puts or calls or whatever, I dial down and say, what is causing that? Is it a hedge? I'm clicking the block orders, all the order flow basically in general, and just kind of figure out what's going on there. Now, if I see a bunch of orders that are large, that aren't hedges, okay, I'll take that in consideration here. So, all right, so the general market consensus is this thing's going down. Then I start dialing down. All right, I start, comparing IVs. All right, what's going on in the market? All right, where's the implied volatility at? How is this thinking the market's going to go? So it's not any one thing that I'm looking at. I try to take everything into consideration, and the Titan flow is just a small piece of that pie. That's very helpful. So XLF here is red. A notification not working for open plays. I am not into play yet. I'm liking where this is going. This is giving me more and more warm and fuzzies about a red day. And this little green, this morning pop just got sold off. So I am liking this. But I'm not into play yet. Right now I'm listening toward puts, the way this thing's working. Every little green candle is getting sold off. XLF is downturning. So this is pretty much, I'm getting closer and closer here. So stand by. I'm just going to type out this order form here in the Options Millionaire Play. So XLF is dipping below the EMAs here and dipping good. Everything else is selling off pretty hard. Amazon's raging. That's the only thing I see that's really green. Everything else is pretty red. We've got this. I just want to check support levels. Let's click back to the SPY right here. All right, so this 414 level is going to be a sticking point if it comes down. So I'll be really curious to see what happens there. Really curious. Oh, nice. Luca's already in puts. Well, nice. That was quick. Good job. Big, holy smokes, massive selling coming into SPY. Massive selling. So the financial sector is red. Wow, wow. Big old sell-off. All right, all right, all right. So pre-market lows right here, the 414.40 level. Currently sitting at 415.11. It looks like it wants to come down and touch this thing. It looks like it does. Massive sell-off from that little spike. Massive sell-off. Beautiful play, Luca. Beautiful play. I love it. What are we getting right now? I am looking at the May 21st 412 puts, 417 calls. Looking like definitely going to be a puts day as long as this maintains. So this sell-off in the financial sector is very, very telling. I mean, we went from 0.09 up to smashed it to 0.5% down. That's a huge move for the financial sector there. Energy is down 0.5% or 0.3. Materials is down 0.3. SPY is down 0.4 now. The bonds are increasing, which means there's rotation into bonds. Now, where's the volatility at? Volatility is up 10%, so that's telling. When you've got a rotation into bonds with volatility, that's telling. And then the financial sector is red. Oh, this thing is going down even more. Holy smokes. That is a missed opportunity. That is a missed opportunity. All right. Did I buy? No, I did not. No, I did not. Yeah, he did. Beautiful entry on Luca's part. All right, so I'm going to adjust my strategy here for a second. Now that was a sell-off. That was a move right there. All right, XLF still tanking, still going down. The financial sector still dipping here. Do you adjust the number of contracts to maintain even position size each trade? Do you mean, well, that's a deeper conversation, but basically, yeah. Yeah. How do you feel about RSI being so low right now? Obviously, I'm not even looking at RSI at the moment. The financial sector is selling off so hard. There's so many different variables playing into this that RSI is not necessarily coming into play right now. It's just, if I'm doing a quick scalp on a chop day, that's when the RSI will come more into my cage. But at the moment, this is not necessarily a chop. It just is a market sell-off. All right, all right. So we're currently down here, the 414.75 level, right in that little support zone that I was talking about. So it's XLF. Let's go to the SPY. Yeah, so right here in the support zone is right where we're currently trading, this 414 level. And that's where we are at the moment. And the 8 EMA is starting to cross through the 21 and the 34, trending down and still selling off. Still selling off. I would be careful with calls. I want to look at XLF and see what's going on here. So I'm watching this pop, and if I see this pop, I may take this. I may take this. We'll see. Bonds currently up. XLE, little green, little green. So just want to be smart about this entry. Don't want to get caught in a FOMO trap. But everything is looking super bearish, and if we pop this support level, down we go. Down we go. So I'm not trying not to move around too much. I'm trying to capture all this data quickly to get it to y'all. There's the 1. Let's go to the 3. There's a 3-minute chart right there. So I may short the EMA test here. Watch the EMA test. XLF. Here we go. XLF there. All right, I'm going to play off this EMA test right here. So I'm going to take these right here. Yeah, watch this thing dip. Watch. See the red candle forming on the XLF? And what I want to do there is I'm playing that EMA. So the XLF is rejecting the 8 hard on the 3-minute chart. On the 5, it's starting to wick out, and we've got a bearish, or let's get the dark red candle here on the 5 on the squeeze momentum. So definitely going to be careful here. I'm playing the 8 EMA dump, so that's what I want to see it. And I want to see it come back down after rejecting that 8. There's that dip. Come on, baby. There's that big old red candle. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Just in time for the market. Booyah. Booyah, booyah, booyah. All right. Look at that.
Sure.
Look at that dunk.
Docking DJ Roomba.
All right, stand by on this. I don't want to get waylaid on the green candle. Let's look at that financial sector. All right, I'm closing half the position there at 323. I'm out half that position there at 323. Edit the message. Beautiful position. Beautiful position. That's what I'm talking about. The dude, DJ Roomba's the best indicator. All right, so here, I'm still holding half this position. That was a fantastic gain. I'm very happy with my gain so far today. Now, what I'm wanting to do, I'm holding half my position. I did that because I want to see kind of where things are going. I'm happy with those profits. That puts me in a good there. That was a nice position size for me. So now I'm waiting to see what this goes on. I'm seeing the red candles fluctuate. I'm seeing this thing get rejected left and right. And what I want to do is take it down, baby. Take it down. So now we can play a little bit more aggressively. We've got our profit. I've got my profits off the table. So now I can be a little bit more aggressive with the last half of this. And now it's tanking, baby. It's tanking. Booyah, booyah, booyah. Great way to start out the week. I love it. All right. Any major news calls today? No. Booyah. All right. I love it. Hey, did I get added at in the Swingers Lounge? Booyah. Man, there's another green candle coming in right there. 3-minute chart. I don't want to see this rejection here. You know what? Where are we at? Gah. XLF is starting to flatten out here. XLU. Man, all right, I'm still going to hold him. I'm still going to hold. Yo, guys, what is DJ Roomba? Someone tell me what DJ Roomba is. All right, that green little candle here on SPY is getting wicked out. Sorry, I don't have that up there. So we had a little green candle form, completely got wicked out. So, but now it's rebuilding. Oh, man. All right, not closing yet, still holding it. Let's see here. Don't touch this green XL. Let's turn it red. I love it. I love it. Good play. I love starting the week out on a win. I really do. It just kind of gets the momentum rolling. Gets the momentum rolling. So I'm holding this to wait to see if this little green candle gets smacked. Otherwise, I'm exiting this position. So. Energy sector. Why so much emphasis on XLF? XLF is the financial sector that SPY holds hands with, to say the least. Thanks, Wow Refrigerator. Appreciate it. If you are here and you do want to support the channel, of course, we've got our Patreon up. If you want to give back to the community, we're using all of the Patrons to grow this account, grow the brand of OM to help everybody. This thing is growing at an exponential rate, so my goal is to put everything I can behind this and grow this and help everyone, reach a lot of people here. So if you don't want to join the Patreon, of course, we've got the YouTube Super Chats, so that's always appreciated. So really appreciate all of the support. We've got a lot of new Patreon members joining this past weekend. It's been awesome and humbling to see. And frankly, I'm quite excited to where this is going. I'm here to help you all and make you as much money as you can. But more importantly, I want you to learn. I want you to know what you're doing. When you see words and numbers being thrown around, I want you to know what you're doing and what you're buying, not just do as I do, All right, left half of this position is currently at break even. QQQ is on the dive still. XLF is up here testing this, so let's see what happens. Still holding my puts, my last half of my puts at least. Made a quick, easy 7.1. Couldn't be happier. Thanks, Chris. Great job, man. Well done. Well done. See, here is a prime example. It's an example on using the market to determine your positions. Whoa, somebody bought calls? Yeah, be careful. If you're taking calls on a bounce here, I mean, come on, look at the market. All right, so anyway, what position was taken? The May 21st 412 puts. Did I take 412? I have 412 written. I took 414. I had 412 written. I took 414. That's my bad. Big old sell-off coming. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, my watch list said 412, but I actually took 414s. So. All right, we're currently on the 3-minute chart on the SPY. We're going to switch over to the 5. You've got this little green candle forming here. Can I adjust the time delay in your settings? I believe so. Yep. So, no, you're not talking to me. Yeah, so what happens here is, like, when you have this big dip, the beginner trader, me, a long time ago, or not even a long time, a couple years ago, when you're seeing this, you see this big dip, you're like, oh, I don't want to buy puts here. This thing's just going to rage my face off and bounce. We're at the bottom. Maybe so, but you got to look at all the time frames. You got to look at all time frames to judge your indicators. But more importantly, you got to look at the market. What's the market doing? Volatility is a huge player in this. Is volatility flat and we're diving? Is volatility spiked? Is the financial sector red or green? What's the other? What's tech doing? What's all of the FANG doing? You got to look at the whole market sentiment. Nicely done, Bleedies. Great job. This is a great idea. Overtrading is terrible. Overtrading is terrible. Big ol' red candles forming on SPY. That's what I want to see when I'm holding puts, obviously. And the 21's reject. 21 is rejected again on the 21 EMA. Currently sitting, my remaining puts are currently sitting at $3.22 each, which is a touch lower than where I sold the first half, but we're trickling. So we're trickling. Hammer on the Q. There we go. There we go. Looking at the 5 and the 3. Yeah, it's getting sold off. I mean, all these green candles are getting sold off here, but we are forming a base here, which I may close and reevaluate, which, you know what? I think stand by here. It's got some red forming. Red forming, red forming, red forming. Yeah, see, we do have the support level at this 414. So let's come out here. I'm going to go back to the SPY. The XLF was rejecting the 21. And then we've got SPY here on the 3, just dumped, which is I want to see. All right, the 414 level that we are rejecting, that's what I want to see, because if we break that, I mean, it's going to come crashing down. We've got a lot of support here on the 3-month here. Let's go to the 5-day. And then right here, this 414 level, which we are currently at 414.20 and dipping. So coming on down, baby. Coming on down. Yeah. All right, all right, all right. You know what? I'm going to take half this position. 330. There you go. Did I post that in the wrong room? Yes, I did. I posted that in the wrong. All right, I closed half that position there, so now I have a quarter position left, and I am scaling out of this. Out, everyone. Closed. Another half at 3. There you go. Good stuff. I love it. I love it. There it is. All right. Oh, crap. Didn't hit enter. All right. We're holding 25% of this position now. And, yeah. So basically what I'm doing here is scaling out of this position. A lot of people asked me last week, why don't I scale out? And I was like, hey, you know what? Y'all ask, I'll do it. So that's what I'm doing now. So, and it worked out for my benefit today. I love it. All right, what's XLF doing here? It's climbing. All right, I'm closing this one here. 310, right there. Out. I don't like the way that's doing. Closed everything. Closed this lot, last lot at 310. And what I'll do is I'll post an average exit price for all those here. Is there a resource I can read about using XLF's leading indicator? Yeah, soon to be my YouTube channel. I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel. This very well could be coming down, but I want to take my position off the table and I'll re-enter. I'll re-enter. Booyah, kasha. I like it. XLE still got that slow, steady climb. Yep. So great play. That was beautiful. That was fun trading right there. Watching the charts, trusting my system. My heart rate never got above a resting heart rate because I trust my system. Fantastic. I love it. Awesome stuff. All right. I'm going to come back here and answer some questions. Sorry, there's a whole bunch of questions in here I missed because I was wrapped up in the weeds here. So let's take a look. Would you buy paper scraps if they were on sale? I don't know what you mean. Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. Hey, that's Luca. Look at you being into my YouTube chat. I love it. Made a quick 7 points fun. All right, good job, Chris. I like it. How are you taking multiple put? How are you playing multiple puts? Do you take multiple entries? No, I only bought the 414 puts, May 21st, 414 puts, and then I scaled out of that position. How are you able to close some while leaving some open? In E-Trade Pro, which I've got a video about, so go take a look at it if you want to learn about how to execute and close options in E-Trade. We're an 8 broker. It should be pretty similar. You can go check out my YouTube channel. What I did is that you can open up your order form and adjust the amount of quantity that you want to close. So I close about 50% of my profile, and then or my position, and then another 25%, another 25%. So good stuff. Good stuff. So when seeing the gray candle beginning to trend into green candles is when you would exit. Are you talking about? I assume, Khalid, you're talking about the squeeze momentum indicator. And yeah, let's come back to the SPY here. So yeah, the gray candle beginning to trend into green candles is when you would exit. Yep. So not necessarily. I mean, not only on that, but what I'm doing is watching the XLF. So the XLF closely. Came up, popped through the 8, and started to climb. And when I start about right here is when I close the second position, and then when I just, the third position was really more of a feel. I just didn't like the thing basing right there was staying out. So I was like, I'll close it, take it off the table. I've got my profits, and I'll re-enter position, no big deal. Is there any way to circumvent PDT using a strategy? I think you can open up. I've never been on Robinhood. I'll go ahead and admit that. People have said that you can open up a cash account on Robinhood and do some trading with options. I know with E-Trade you need a $25,000 margin account to trade options. So I don't necessarily know there's a way to do that. I know some people open several different brokers accounts. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I've heard people doing that. So yeah. You eventually want to employ speech to text technology to save your fingers. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, especially I'm not a tech guy, so all this is like learning curve to the max. Calls on learning curve. I'd recommend Webull from smaller options accounts. You can't trade options with count on options. Cool. All right, so green candles are definitely forming here, so I made the right decision by getting in or getting out of that play. I love it. All right, good stuff. Does anybody have any questions about that current play or my exit strategies, my thoughts, processes, anything like that? Feel free to throw them in the YouTube chat or the YouTube live chat or the Discord. What TV plan do you plan to use? Pro Plus, or Premium? I use the Pro Plus. I thought about getting the Premium. I just, I don't use very many. This is all the indicators I use, so this is fine with me. I have a cash account with E-Trade and can day trade options. Interesting. Okay. Am I whistling? I didn't even know I was whistling. I'm sorry. My brain's going a mile a minute, so if I do something like that, I apologize. Just if I'm hurting your ears, just tell me to shut up. It won't hurt my feelings. So. Do I have an opinion on the Williams fractal indicator? I don't have an opinion on that one. I'm not familiar with it, so I can't speak to it, unfortunately. What made you enter the trade in the first place? What combination of indicators were the deciding factors? There's the question I was looking for. Great job, Khalid. Okay, so we saw this huge breakdown. Originally, and I missed the entry to begin with. I should have entered this morning because everything was telling me to enter puts, but I'm an idiot. So even I'm an idiot, and I've been doing this a long time. So don't be hard on yourself when you miss an entry. So here's all right. So 3-minute chart. We see the XXL. I was watching the XLF closely, so I see the SPY spike. Everything spiked, and I see this red candle form. My first gut instinct was, and the XLF was up 0.08%. It was green 0.8%. Then I saw it get smoked down, down. And when I saw this start getting to sell off, I was like, man, I need to start taking puts. And I actually saw Luca come in the room right at that same time and say, I'm in puts, and he posted that thing. So great, that's why he got like 68%. Great job, Luca. So then I'm looking for this to come down. I see this pop through the MAs. I see the 8 cross through the 34 and the 21. I wasn't even looking at this stuff, honestly. So the squeeze momentum right here, I was watching that. It turned dark green, which is what I want to see. And then, of course, we got smoked. Now, after we had the initial dip, that's when I entered my puts, after the initial dip. And the reason why is because I was playing this right here. I wanted the EMA I think it was right here. I don't know. I wanted the XLF to reject the EMAs. And once they rejected, I entered those puts, and of course, here we are. So basically, that was a pure market play. It wasn't necessarily built on these indicators. It was built on I'm watching the other sectors of the market reject that are related to SPY. And it took SPY right down with it. And it was just a great play. I was very happy with it. One of those plays where you never really get all that nervous. So just fun stuff. If you did take that play, or if you took something too, or if it helped you make a play, post in the testimony room, the testimonials room in Discord. That'll help me really grow this brand. So I appreciate everything y'all do. Are we going towards a green day? We are currently trending green at the moment. I wouldn't call it a green day. I just think it's going to be a chop. It's going to be a chop fest. I even said it over today in the Discord. It's going to be a chop with higher than normal peaks and valleys. Sometimes we chop right here in this tight range. I think we're just going to chop with a little bit of different peaks and valleys here, which you can play. It's a great scalping day, in my opinion. You'll be able to make some money, and I plan on playing those ranges here. I love selling on the way up. Is this going to be your methodology from the future? I think so, man. I think so because, Chris, and I've said it a billion times, my biggest problem is that I cut runners too short. And it's that problem has only gotten worse since I'm live trading in front of thousands of people, because obviously I want to build a reputation. I want to show you how my system works, which it does. It totally does. But I've cut so many losses or wins short because I want to post winning positions at 10%, 15%, instead of letting them run to 30 and 40, and I've cut them short. And it was my problem before the Discord, and it's just gotten worse. So I'm trying to fix that position with me, and I think scaling out is going to help me do that. It's just a smart thing to do anyway. No point in letting all of it ride on profit. So I think scaling out is going to be something I start to do more and more. It's just a good idea. Great question, though. Which pivot indicator to use on TradingView, and how can you explain to use it, please? All right, so the pivot indicator I use is the Pivot HL, which just shows the pivots on the higher and lower of the ranges here. And I just use it to base on where the price is going to pivot off of. Because if I see this 414.46, I know that there's a range here, and I look at the volume profile to accommodate this. And I'm like, okay, if the price trends here, where's it going to go? But the first thing I'm going to do, stand by for one, is form my ranges. There's one, and then there's the other. So those are my morning ranges. I'm going to keep those right there. How many puts did I play? I don't like to talk about my position sizing. It's not about the money, It's about learning how to manipulate your strategy to win, and just how to get in and out of position properly. So I don't really talk about my position sizes. Your goal is 5%. The Discord is making me more profitable. Thanks, Nerva. I'm glad you say that. It makes me happy. That's the stuff I'm here for. Is I want everyone to become profitable. I want everyone to learn how to do this without me. Like when the days that I'm gone, like I'm going to be taking vacations, and when I'm not here, I want y'all to still make money, you know? All right, sorry I had to step away for just a second, but I am back. Good stuff. Sorry, I'm just started buying puts or calls at a time. I wanted to be more cautiously aggressive. Hence the puts. I think my back's buying power is 3 codes. That's cool. You know, be aggressive. You know, just be smart. I don't mind being aggressive. I want you to be smart about it. You know, being aggressive doesn't mean, hey, I feel like this is gonna rock and I'm buying calls, or the other way around. Being aggressive just means maybe taking a little bit more positions, but and just being on top of your game. You know, when I'm watching my system, I'm watching everything. Like I want everything to lie in conjunction with each other. And I know when to turn up the risk and turn down the risk and the aggressiveness and the caution and when to let it fly. I know how to do that. So it's all about you, your tolerance for risk, your propensity to be emotional. So you have to know yourself and you have to be very truthful with yourself, very honest. If you're a person that gets emotional, then you need to tell yourself, hey, stop being Dr. Phil and just play this, like play it. You have to be very honest with yourself. If you sugarcoat anything to yourself, you're going to lose in this market. So you're your own worst enemy, but you can also be your own best friend. Closed an earlier put this morning on Accent for 2.6 and re-entered it at the MA bouts for a 9.2% gain. Thank you for your analysis. Yep. Thanks, Devin. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you very much for you supporting here and being here and actually posting. So, is there any time when you noticed the price didn't move as you originally thought after ending position? Man. Well, that goes into a question about the Greeks. So no. No. What are you talking about? You're talking about the amount of movement, or you're talking about direction? Like if I bought a call and the price tanks, or buy a put and the price goes up. Is that what you mean? Hey, big old red candle forming, and we may enter some more puts here. Let's see what's going on. Did the market break it down more? Just pop through the 21s EMAs again. Look, we just came up here and formed in this downward trend. Yeah, big old red candle. Big old red candle. love it. I love it. All right. Simply direction. Yeah, all the time. You know, you're never going to be right. That's why I don't have a 100% win rate. That's why no one has a 100% win rate, because you can do your best due diligence and still get walloped. I mean, a couple of days ago, I think the last loss I took, I think it was Wednesday. Could be Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere around there. I'll have to look. The last loss I took was a great entry. Like, I was happy with it. You know, I was up 8%, and then about four and a half seconds later, tech market rolled and I got smacked with a 20% loss. It happens, you know. I know when I lose on a bad entry, and I know when I lose on a good entry, and it happens. You never going like there. You can't always win. Like, the market is going to be unpredictable. Otherwise, everybody would be a millionaire. Everybody would be slinging a couple of $1 million. You know, that's why. So it's fun being right, though. I'll tell you that. It is fun being right, because it takes a lot of hard work to do this. I do appreciate the questions, though. Good stuff. My shares are red AF, but my OM plays are green. Great job, Dippy. Great job. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. When does my Lambo arrive? That's up to you. When do you want to set the delivery date? I'm late to the stream. What is your current position? Currently don't have any position. I took May 14th, May 21st, 414 puts earlier this morning, and I completely sold out. I got out of them, so I scaled out of those positions. I'm no longer holding anything, and I'm kind of looking. If this downtrend continues, I'll take some puts, but we'll see. Good stuff. Chris asks, how many pull-ups can I do? Right now I can do 17 pull-ups. I'm a little heavy there right now. I've been spending the past 12 months or so putting on a little weight for strength, like putting on strength and muscle, and it's paid off. But yeah, my cardio has lacked a little bit. I'm still trying to, trim off the fat. So I'm a little heavy right now, but yeah, I can do 17 pull-ups. Strict hang, not CrossFit pull-ups. All right. All right, got some questions here. Actual question: thoughts on medium-term long gold plays? I don't play silver or gold, so I can't speak to that. There's a good video on how you're getting out of this business with such fast movement. Yes, I'm talking about. I guess you're talking about like the actual execution side of things. If you are, I've got an E-Trade video in my I've got a YouTube video that talks about me executing options. It's not analysis. It's just purely how do I manipulate my eTrade Pro interface to get in and out of position very quickly. So if you want to go over, go drop over to the education tabs on my YouTube channel and find that video. Why can nobody do a lot of pull-ups? Because nobody does them. The only way to get better at pull-ups is do pull-ups. Or the best way, I should say, the best way to get better pull-ups is do pull-ups. So, got to have that upper body strength, baby. Nerva, have the sell button ready, basically. But yes, I've got everything prepped and ready to go. That's why it's so important to formulate your strategy. You don't want to be picking your options on the fly. Formulate your strategy so you know at least within a close range what you're going to be buying. So you could throw it up there, switch it up, hit execute, and be done. What would be your first indicator that SPY would break below 414? The sector start to roll. That's what I want to look at. Now I'm watching. I want to watch everything though. So that's why I've got my watch list, and like this watch list isn't everything I'm looking at too. I've got my E-Trade watch list up too, which I'm in the process of updating all this. So take that out. I don't need that. The dollar. I don't need that. That oil's good. Okay. All right. So I want to take everything into account here. So here's Q, and everything is in this range right now, but I think it's still a downward trend. So what you want to look at is, you've got this downward trend of prices. And if that continues, there's a good positions here to scalp puts over and over again. I don't want to take calls because with this heaviness, I want to be very careful. Even if you're scalping calls, you want to be very careful because with this heaviness, you can get waylaid by crap like this, like big old red candles. So I don't think it's worth the risk to take calls unless you're Johnny on the spot with ins and outs. Like this is huge. Like this is a lot of buying volume coming in right now, actually, as I'm talking. So now we're going to see where this goes. Like this is this range. And look what happens. You see this morning range? I formed this, I set this range here earlier when we formed the first range, and look at it. It bounced right off of it and came up. This is why it's so important to draw your ranges. Draw your ranges. Now, if this does continue on upward, I'm going to be looking right here, this 416.37 level. And boy, if I see this come up here and a little weakness come in, I am taking more puts, baby. Taking more puts. Q. This chop fest is too much for my heart. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. $17 like strict dead hang pull-ups. Yep, just strict pull-ups. Well, I wouldn't say dead hang. Like I come down to full extension. I guess that's what you mean. I don't dead hang each time necessarily, but I do make sure I'm doing full extension. Keep it up. You'll be surprised how fast you can do 8 into 20. SPY is climbing. Yep. When you buy puts, how exposed are you? Do you mean my position size? What do you mean? The range is a high and low is the first 30 minutes. A firm. So what I want to do here is there's two things I want to take into consideration here. The pre-market. So is a pre-market forming new lows? All right, that's one indication. And then I want to form the range of the first 30 minutes here. So I didn't fill the gap here, and then we popped pre-market lows to go even lower. And that's the range there. So me as well, Mordred. Want to exit positions very quickly on a day like this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do you ever limit yourself to one trade a day, or do you watch most of the day and take whenever opportunities come? I don't necessarily like to limit myself. I guess that's not a choice of words I would use, but anywhere from 1 to 2 trades. Now, I'm very careful not to overtrade. Overtrading is terrible. And my biggest pet peeve, just like everyone knows, is I hate giving back profits, especially on Fridays. It's a huge pet peeve. I get very upset if I give back profits on a Friday, because now I'm going to wait 2 days to get my money back. So, having said that, I'll take 1 to 2 trades, sometimes 3, but only if the position is themselves. Like I'm pretty self-aware in terms of my trading habits. So if I find myself trying to force an entry because I just want to trade, then I'll shut it down. I'll just get up from the computer, go outside, tend to the garden, work out, do something fun, nothing crazy. Good stuff, Lotherland. Nicely done. I love that. Thank you for posting that in the testimonial room. And we just chopping. We be chopping. Oh, okay. When you buy puts, how exposed are? Okay, I see what you mean. Good question. He said, what I mean is when I buy a call, can I only lose a premium? Yes, when you buy a call, you only lose the premium. It's not like you have to go above and beyond. Now, there is something called assignment. I've never been assigned. It's not something I consider. I'm not even in a position long enough to be assigned. So, my position, yeah, you're only when you buy a premium, when you buy a contract, your only exposure is that premium. That's it. That's the great thing about options, because you can get significant gains on a much smaller position size, and a much smaller contribution of capital. Absolutely. You're definitely right, Lothan. Definitely. I'm afraid of puts because I don't understand my exposure. Well, that's a great question. You know what? That could be another topic for a video. But if any questions you got, let them have me. Post them in the rooms, or hit me up in the DMs, Colin. I'll be happy to help you as much as I can. But basically, if you're buying a long call and a long put, your exposure is what you're buying. That's it. It's not like you're gonna have unlimited losses like you would if you short a stock. Like if you shorted if you short a GameStop at $4 and it rockets to $500, like you are on the hook for that capital. But that's not the way it is with options. There is no unlimited losses with long calls, long puts. You buy a put, if it goes to zero, that's it. You just lose your premium, that's it. So you buy $100 worth of puts, you lose $100 worth of puts, that's it. That's your exposure. There's an in-depth conversation to be had there with the Greeks, which is what I will be posting shortly. I'm currently producing that video. It's gonna be a great video. I'm trying to focus on our community and how I things roll on things, because there's a billion videos out there for Greek videos. There's a billion of them. I mean, every trader's got one, but they're always trying to pitch, hey, buy my, there's a hidden layer. They're leaving out certain details, or they're not giving you the good stuff because they're always trying to hawk something. So they'll say, hey, here's the Greek explains, but how do you use them? Subscribe to my channel and pay me $40 a month so you can learn. Well, no, I want you to learn everything. So this video, I'm going to go everything. I'm not only going to teach you like the definitions of what they are, but how to use them, how I use them, and how you can maximize your potential for growth and narrow down your appetite for risk. Because I use the Greeks to funnel down my position, my strategy into what I'm doing today. This 4 to 7 DTE, $2 to $3 strike price. So watching OM live. You have me live on your 75-inch TV. No pressure. No pressure. I didn't know I'd ever make the big screen. My mom would be so proud. All right, let's look. XLF, we're down 0.11% right now, increasing on the 3-minute chart. Let's click over to the 5. There you go. Uptrending. EMAs are got. Y'all know what this is. What is that? What is that? Y'all tell me what that is. All right, so we're uptrending here on the XLF. Let's look at the Q. Q is trading sideways, man. The Q's popped up here and is now in this real range. Let's see what it wants to do. Back to the SPY. Foreman, red candles. Sell off. There you go. Nicely done. I'm not going to say your name on my live stream, but yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, XLF right here. So XLF is currently just wicked out here. The buyers and sellers are battling it out. And what I want to see before I take puts on this little dip, I want to see red right there. So, sorry, very old high school nickname. No, I got you. My Xbox Live name is quite vulgar from high school. So, like when I'm 35 and I have to give people my Xbox name, I'm like, all right, well, just remember, I formed this when I was 14. So, why no at the money positions or in the money positions? That is a good question. Question for the Greeks. There's two ways to explain that question. One is because I've tested my system. I like my returns with $2 to $3 outside the money positions. And where is Vega the highest? Look at Vega, which you're going to learn about all this stuff. But Vega is the highest at the money. So at the money calls have a tendency to lose money quickly, a lot more quickly than they do outside the money. And all this stuff is going to be explained, but Vega would be a good definition of why I don't do at the money. And Vega is the rate at which oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, man. So Vega is basically, the amount of options price changes with a 1% change in implied volatility, IV. And if you were to graph that out in a lot of crazy math, basically Vega's at its highest at the money position. So every time IV changes, that's going to get smoked because it's high at the money positions. I don't do at the money positions. Dippy, I feel you. I feel you. I've had this for a long time. Sorry, yeah, I had another coughing spell. I'm sorry. I'm getting that checked out. Very good. A lot of good questions in here. My original Xbox name was Smirnoff. Yeah, that was cool. The 13-year-old me. That's funny. Trying to be hardcore with Smirnoff. Yeah, I love it. I love it. But basically, a layman's answer to your question was that I tested my system. I liked the way the 2 to 3 strike and the 4 to 7 DTE was manipulated by the underlying, and like a day like today, I would let it breathe and I wouldn't get smoked. And like if I lost, I wouldn't get smoked, and if I gained, I'd be pretty good. Whereas 0 DTE, you would get hosed on operations like on price movements like this, and a long DTE, like a month out, you would barely make any money. So for me, I just like this position here. And I'll go on to prove it to you in the video. I'll show you in the Greeks that my positions are make for a prime chili, a Greek chili. Good stuff here. I've got 243 people watching. That's awesome. That's the biggest live stream I've had. That's awesome. So welcome. I know we've got a lot of people pouring into the Discord, pouring into the Reddit because they want a system that's simple, repeatable, and profitable. And that's exactly what I'm trying to show you. When I came onto this system months ago, it was eye-opening to me. Like even after 8 years of trading and planning my butt in front of a computer and learning how to do this and pulling my non-existent hair out. Yes, I'm bald. Pulling my hair out of my head. It finally came to me. It's like, man, I need something simple. And, I developed this system and I was like, is it really that easy? Like, can it really be that easy? That scene in National Treasure where Nicolas Cage has the little key at the very end. He's like, can it really be that easy? It's like there's really kind of how it is. It really how it is. And of course, I've been doing this a long time. I have a lot of experience. I know my system. So for me, it did come easy because I've got 8 years of backdating and back testing and learning behind all that. So it's not like someone could just pick the system up and be like, oh, is that easy? But for me, it was. And this transition to the system was incredible. That's why I was so excited. See, I could have been a mod on WSB. Like, I was so excited to share this because I'd never even heard of Reddit before. I never heard of Discord. And I opened a Reddit and I tried to post on WSB because I had a lot of success back in March. It's like, hey, WSB, here's my system. I have a 91% win rate. These are my returns. It's simple, effective. Rejected. Removed comment. You're muted for a month. Downvote. 157 downvotes. All right. Meanwhile, you've got YOLOs. Hey, I lost 90%. I'll hold GME till I die. 20,000 upvotes. Whatever. So I was like, screw this. And I went to Google and said, how to start your own sub. And I created the Options Billionaire sub. And here we are. Because you know why? People want something simple, repeatable, and profitable. They don't want to look through 100 charts. They don't want to worry about earnings reports or hit pieces or bad data, or sell the news, or whatever. They want repeatable, concrete. And here we are. So that is why I believe we are growing so fast, because people want something that's repeatable and simple. I love it. I know I do. Anyway, back to the whole thing that's going on today called trading. SPY is on the 3-minute chart, and we are currently chopping it away, baby. Chopping it away. Dylan says, hey man, just found your Reddit and Discord. Really good stuff. Yeah, thanks Dylan. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate the kind words. Oh, WSB is great for memes. OM is great for learning and making that money. Yep. That's what I'm here for. I'll be your friend, but on the other hand, I want to make you some money. I want to make some money. That's why we're all here, right? OM strategy makes too much sense for WSB. That's funny. That's what I couldn't understand, you know? That's what I couldn't understand about that place. But all right, going over and just kind of looking here. This is all nice and choppy. The bonds right here. So they were chopping, they are increasing. Interesting. Glad I looked. All right, come over here. I'm new here, so I'm sure you've explained this before. Could you explain why you use SPY as their ETFs and stocks? First one is liquidity. Second one, I mean, just the absolute, the pure volume in SPY. There's so much volume and liquidity. There's several different options for contracts, not just weeklies and stuff like that. I like it. Plus, it's relatively predictable, as opposed to any stocks. Like you could predict SPY way more than you can predict any other stock because it follows market trends. As long as you know what you're doing and you can kind of read between the lines, that's why. So it's just always worked out well for me. Thanks for the question. Probably didn't post with enough 1,000% returns in fires. Yep, probably not. Can you explain why you're not trading closer to expiration? A lot of the trade capital is then locked up intrinsic value, which is not useful when you're in and out within an hour. Honestly, man, I've traded, I've tried to trade $1 and $2 and $3 strikes. I just like this one better. I like the movements of it as long as you're correct on the movements. And if I can wait for this thing to go, especially if I can get this thing to go in the money, sometimes I do hold it for more than an hour. Sometimes I don't. If it does go in the money, I just like the way it pays, And I'm going to go over a lot of that stuff in that video. And I'm going to give examples on in the money, outside the money, and at the money. And I'm going to give an example on what happens when the price moves a certain percentage and what the returns will be for those. So just be on the lookout for that. Sorry, clickety clackety, clickety clackety. All right. All right. Yep, looks like a chop day from going forward. If you saw my coughing hack tuberculosis video, then yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said chop video with a little bit more extended peaks and valleys than normal. So let's get you a mechanical keyboard. Yeah, I'm actually in the process. Actually, part of the whole reason why the Patreon and stuff's going on is I want to build this setup that's got the video that's actually, maybe I'll start putting me on screen and stuff like that because apparently people want that, even though I don't know why. I'll scare you away and the whole shindig here. So, it's funny because last year I built out my office. I wanted a high end office, so we bought this house a couple years ago, or built this house a couple years ago, and then I wanted to build out this office the way I wanted, and I built this beautiful office, and now I could use it as a backdrop. So all that to say is that the equipment, the keyboard, computers, all that stuff. I need computers that can handle all this stuff because my computer's sound like a jet engine running at max capacity. So the CPU usage is like 110%. So yeah, I do want to get a better keyboard. What hours are you active? Do you sleep at 4 p.m.? Do I go to sleep at 4 p.m.? No, I don't. I hardly sleep. Hardly sleep. So active, I guess, means in the market. I usually wake up. Oh, big old red candle. Stand by. I'm gonna bring up my puts. Stand by. For my second put, for my second order here, I'm gonna reduce the DTEs on these. I'm gonna go with the 19th. Little 2-day DTEs kind of capture a little more volatility to play these swings a little tighter, and I'm gonna adjust them down to 413s, which is gonna yield me a premium of right at $2, which y'all know I like. Man, that's a big old. So let's look at the XLF sold off and SPY followed suit, and the EMAs are right now. I've got that reverse Italian pinch on the downside, so now I'm just waiting to pop. I got something brewing for that office. Can't wait. Yeah, buddy, I can't wait, man. I actually just saw your email. I'm extremely excited about what you've got coming, man. It's good stuff. Do you not need sleep? There are a few folks out there that only need 2 to 3 hours. No, I get more than 2 or 3 hours. But the reason why I'm sitting here talking to you at 10 o'clock in the morning is because I work night shifts. So I try to squeeze in a few hours in the afternoon, a few hours immediately when I get home, stuff like that before. But that's about all I get. So especially now that I'm doing, every video I do, I've got to do research and like formulate the script on how I'm going to read it because I'm not, necessarily a wordsmith. So there's a lot of work. Being OM is turning into a lot of work. So, I like it though. I love hard work. This is what I do. Hard work is what got me here. Hard work is where it's going to take me places, and it's going to help me help you. So you are as broke as us? Nope. Well, I'll say that. I'm a military pilot. The only reason I still do that is because I love what I do. I love what I do, and it allows me to still bring in an income to take the pressure off my trading. And I love what I do. Why stop it? I love what I do. Watch the bounce off this bottom range here. But the whole goal is to do this full time. I see the potential with this OM, and I want to help as many people as I can. If it continues growing at this rate, with the time commitment that already is, it'll definitely turn into a full time thing. Like this turned out, this went from hey, I'm making a post on Reddit to hey, I've got some people following me to hey, I've got a couple of thousand people following me, and now every time I hit refresh, I gain 100 followers. So if this keeps trending and the time commitment that already is, and the amount of content that I want to put out like all day long. Like I wake up in the middle of the night writing stuff down because my mind is constantly thinking about what I can make videos for y'all and ideas. So this is definitely trending towards a full-time thing, beyond a full-time thing. I'm working harder now than I do at my real job. I work harder for y'all than I do for the military. Not saying I don't work hard for the military, but this is a lot of work. Donkey hoodie, that's funny. So look where this price continues to bounce off of. I formed these line, the range is based on the morning and afternoon, the morning low and high range, which is there and there. Look, I formed it there, formed it there. Look, every time it's 1, 2, and now we've done it again, right off this range. It's a beautiful setup. It's a beautiful setup. And I'm just watching here to see where this thing goes. And the volume is telling me right here. Look at this volume. Look at the volume profile on the 5 minute. Where did it just disappeared on me? What'd you do? Somebody broke something. All right. So the volume is right there. This 414.80 level. I mean, all the volume, the main volume peak is right here. And then, of course, the trend line stops right at that volume. So it just ties in together beautifully. It ties in together beautifully. If you want to make this a free service, but what's wrong with a monthly subscription of $1 or something? That way you're guaranteed to make it worthwhile. It's all good free now, but get a bit of well, because I don't want to charge for my plays, and I know a lot of people are here for that. I don't want to charge. Like, I'm not interested in like charging for a course or being like a financial guru, because I'm not. You know, I'm here to share my system, and I've got a lot of cool stuff to share in the system. So I don't want people to force to pay my money. Now, the Patreon, there's going to be some extra stuff on there that are awesome that I'm going to offer to y'all. But yeah, that's gonna be, and of course, you know, if people want to support the community, they're welcome to. And if I make you a lot of money and you want to support, that's absolutely important. You know, we've got the YouTube super chats too, so you know, it's kind of one of those things, a give and take relationship. Like, I am going to do everything for y'all, and I'm going to keep my word, and I'm not going to lock my plays behind the Patreon, and I'm not going to lock my educational resources behind the Patreon. So everything else is going to be like bonus materials, a lot of good stuff that's going to help you still, and a couple other things too. And of course, I'm going to share a lot of my personal life there as well. And not to mention, I'm going to do a lot of personal finance coaching and budgeting for the younger generation on the Patreon, because personal finance is what kind of led me to trading 8 years ago. I'm very heavy in personal finance, and I'm very passionate about it, and I'm very diligent. I've got an Excel sheet that I've been building for 8 years. It's beautiful. And you know, even before all this trading stuff happened, I was always thinking, man, I should sell this Excel sheet, because it's so robust. And you know, this is a perfect opportunity to do all this stuff. You know, share my tools and share everything I've learned and built and traded. So I'm going to give you 10% of every trade we make from that on. Well, I appreciate that, Cammy. I appreciate that. I appreciate every bit of support that I get from all y'all. It's just awesome stuff. How to eat well without breaking the bank. Oh man. Is there any chance you can up your stream quality? I've got mine maxed out. Let me see. Display. That's not what you wanted. All right. I've got mine maxed out. Latency is super low. I've got my display set. I've got it in 4K, so I mean, it's streaming as high as I can get it. Starting with one we're about to make. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Got far more value from this channel than a paid service I tried last month. Thanks, John. That means a lot to me, and that is exactly my goal. Because I tell you what, I want to dig back in my Twitter account for the patent from like January, February range and look at it, because I said, like, if you are a person of financial wealth and you are charging 18-year-old kids $100 a month to look at your plays, you're a schmuck. Like, you have no business being in this community, because this whole community is about learning. There's a reason why all these people, all these kids, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, majority of people don't do well because they don't know what they're doing. Like, they can read about it, and it's not fun. It's not fun to dig through Google and dig through all these articles that talk about delta and theta and vega and blah, 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 and price manipulation and options and premiums and selling calls. It's just blah. You don't want to learn it. Stand by. We are popping the bottom of this range here. If we pop this range and go lower, I'm taking puts, but I want to see volume take this thing down. We got a gray cross on the 1 minute. Oh, this is the 1 minute. I don't want the 1 minute. I want the 3 minute. Here we go. We are definitely forming the red on the squeeze moment here on the 3 minute chart on SPY. XLF is back down to selling off. So 413 puts looking good now. Yeah, buddy. So right now I've got the 413s. Yep, the May 19th 413 puts. Standing by. Standing by. New watch list today is going to be May 19th 413 puts. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, if you got questions, throw them at me. Keep them coming. I like answering y'all's questions. I'll see what I can do here to change the quality of the stream here. But I'm looking at my streaming platform here, and it's showing that my latency is super low. Everything's good. So, and my quality is high. I've got a super fast internet connection, so I know it's not my internet connection putting this thing out. I've got that 300 megs, which is currently running at 337. I just checked my speed. So good job, AT&T. You're giving me a 337. I like it. Did you switch to maintain T for scalping? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I want to capture some volatility on a swing. So that May 19th 413s, yeah, I reduced the expiration so I can capture more volatility. Yeah, the stream quote is on my end. Oh, well, there you go. Glad we can get that sorted out for you. Chop on the way down. Die Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's raging. I remember the days when I used to trade Amazon. Amazon was my last big puppy. It was my last pride and joy. It's what put me over the edge, and then I stopped trading stocks. Good stuff. Here to learn, not a novice, not an expert. Nice to see what someone doing. Thanks, Rock. Appreciate it. You know, I want this to be for everybody. I want the experts to learn something, or the experts to come here to kind of help others, or just, pick up on market sentiment. I want the people like you. I want you to be able to learn everything. Everything that you don't know, I want you to learn. Everything you do know, just reinforce it. And then, of course, I want all the novices here. I mean, there's a crazy amount of high schoolers in this Discord, 15, 16, 17-year-olds that are learning how to trade. And it blows my mind that you want to learn how to trade at that age. It's amazing. When you say you're looking to get in on the puts, are you looking for it to hit a certain price alongside other indicators or certain volume? Most important, the fact that you buy. All right, so this is a perfect example right here. So I've got this lower range, and it's bounce, 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 bounce. It's like one of those cars that's got the hydraulics. It goes, doo, doo, doo. So it's bouncing right off of it. We're currently in this downward trend, which I don't like to do pattern analysis, and I don't. But I just like to form lines here just for visual aids. So we've got this trend line right here, and that's where it's trending downward. So what I'm looking at is this lower range here. Now I know, based on the volume profile on the weekly chart, is that there's a huge volume support right at this 414 letter, and that's what I was looking at this morning. Like when I saw this gap down in pre-market, I was like, uh-oh, we're going to come close to the support. And I'm going to be looking here, and there's going to be a strong propensity for this thing to stay right here all day long because I have this huge support right here, just bounce back up. And then, of course, I saw the pre-market form a low right here, which I'm taking note of that. And then the morning session, I plot the low and the high ranges there and there. And look, it's bouncing right off of it. So this is where you play your scalp. In this range is where you play your scalps. When it breaks to the outside or upside is when you take your trend plays. So this is why I play the shorter DTE, because I want to play this. So if I see a bounce off here come up, I want to play a call up here. And if I see a bounce up here come down. But If I see this thing break below on volume, I want to take puts, because this is where you want to take your puts and ride down, because when we finally do break this is when we'll come down to next level support. And that's what I'm looking at. And your next level support is down here in the 410 range. So we've got this down here. Now you've got all this volume that still may take the price over 413. But look, we've got this gap down to 411, and we've got the support at this 411 range. So if this thing pops up low, we very well could take it down to 411. Do you mainly trade SPY or jump around? Nope, only trade SPY. SPY, baby. Do I own a dog? No, I do not. No, I do not. Had a dog when I was a kid. Haven't had an animal since then, though. It's just I like to be liquid. I like to be liquid. What is that gray graph on the right side? This is what's called volume profile, and that's this indicator right here. Very, very, very. This is my favorite indicator out of all the crap you see on the screen. To me, this is numero uno. What that does is tell you volume at price. This here, the volume candles, tells you volume on that time frame. So here in this time frame, you've got this volume. Now, here's the difference. Volume candle, it's a good question, by the way. I like this stuff. So the volume candle, first let me go back to the right time frame so we can monitor this as I'm yapping my gums off here. All right, volume candle is, you can have a very large volume with a very small price movement. Or, like so, for example, let me find a good one. Here we go. You can have this very large selling volume with a very little price, a small price movement. Or you could have a very small volume with a very big price movement. That's the thing about that. So that's why it's good to know what the volume levels are, but you can't necessarily judge support based off of the volume candle. So that's why you bring volume profile into play. Volume profile into play. Can I get some lo-fi? I'm hearing beep bop jazz and it's freaking me out. You hear jazz? I don't have any jazz. I don't have any music playing. Yeah, so volume profile tells you what the volume is at a specific price. So right here, you see a huge amount of volume at this 417 price, which is denoted right here. So 417, come on down. You've got this little bit of resistance right here at 416, and then so on and so forth. And I like to just change the different time. And it is time frame dependent. It does change the time frames. So I like to change the time frames to kind of figure out where all the support levels are forming at. Now you do have your point of control on there, which is your yellow line. So if I bring up this here, I can change my point of control and bring it to whatever I want. So let's make it pink line, just so it could stand out. Point of control line there, and bam. So now we've got, oh, that's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. All right. Bar color. Okay, that's the bar color. So let's go back to that, and the POC color is going to be pink. Why isn't it changing? I don't know why it's changing. Anyway, point of control is a line, which you see that little dark line right there. It extends out. That's where your the biggest focus of that volume profile is. There you go, Mike. You click on that link, it'll bring you to my Discord server, and you just click join. And you have to go through a couple of settings there, but yeah, you'll be able to get on and just click on that link. All right, it's a 1 hour chart. Let's go to the 3, bouncing off that range again. All right, so we've got this downward trend here, and we've got this strong support right here. And that's all we're waiting on. This is pretty boring right now. I'm not interested in taking a position on this crap, because I don't want to get smoked. Not to mention, it causes undue stress. So you definitely want to mitigate your stress because you're doing this for the long term. I think I saw a post yesterday on Reddit on options yesterday where that dude was talking about how he lost everything and his girlfriend hates him and he hates his life or something. I didn't even read the whole thing, but that's not what trading's supposed to be. Like all this crap about being stressed out all the time, that's not what this is supposed to be. I promise you, if you work hard, you will get out what you put into this market. This market is firm but fair. Like it's like a strong dad figure. If you lollygag into this thing, like, I'm just going to buy some puts, I'm going to buy some calls, I don't really know what I'm doing, you're going to get smoked. Like it's going to take your lunch money. It's going to eat your lunch. It's going to take your wife out or your husband out for a nice steak dinner and then never call him or her back. So it's going to abuse you. It's relentlessly abusive if you do not respect this market. But if you put the time in, if you work hard, if you do your due diligence, your actual due diligence, and learn about this market, and never stop learning, even when you lose, I promise you, it's fair. In the long term, it's fair. For the most part. I took a 20% loss yesterday that I was confident in. So, I mean, most of the time it's fair. But, would you rather, the more you learn, the more fair it is. The less you learn, the more abusive it is. That's all it is. So I'm following your trades as well, Mo. When you trade, can you announce immediately, like clearly, I'm buying now or selling half now, or I'm just brainstorming? Yeah, I can do that. I'm trying to get better at that, so for sure. And I post them as fast as I can in the plays room, and I've got 2 different computers running here, so I'm playing my plays and all that stuff. So, yeah, I can do that. Good stuff. I love all the questions, man. Love all the questions. Hey, OM. I am from Singapore, and I just want to say thanks for spending the time to give us guidance on trading. Thanks, Ian. Thank you for being here. Are you still in Singapore now, or are you just from Singapore, like the United States? That's awesome, man. I love that we have such a global presence. It's awesome. I've always wanted to go to Singapore, by the way. Multitasking on Octane, yeah. And John, no, your previous question, no, I haven't looked at that. So I like to keep things very simple, which is why I don't trade spreads. Like people ask, why don't I trade spreads? And I'm starting to get more into selling and writing because of my capital. But like right now, I've always kept it simple. Like I was always a stock trader, and then I just started longing calls and puts. And man, it's like this is unbelievable. I just love the way and its simplicity. But things change and you evolve. When you say players room, what is that? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Like the SPY room? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the plays room. That's what you're saying. Yeah, so if you go into the Discord and you click on, and you go to the left, the channels, and you look at the OM only plays, it's highlighted by 2 red alert icons or emojis. OM only plays. That's where I post all my plays. And then from now on, if some of y'all saw that I posted the log, my trade log since February. So from now on, I'm gonna post a weekly profit and loss there. Or I guess it's not profit and loss because I'm not showing my dollar amounts, but my weekly percentage gains and losses, and just so you can kind of summarize the things that we're going. Which VP is that on TradingView? Everyone watch. I will show this. Indicators. I'm going to make a video on my indicators video coming up here. So if you go to indicators and you type in VP, come down here to KV4 Coins author volume profile right there. You click on that, and that'll pop everything up. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. I have applied to the affiliate program with TradingView, so be on the lookout for that. It'll benefit us both if you use my code to sign up for TradingView. We both get a cut of that pie, so you get a discount and I get a cut. So I'd really appreciate it if you do use that TradingView once it comes out. It's not out yet. Just be on the lookout. Isaac, $5 for a super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I love the support. I love the support. He says that's the type of support advice that helps the community. We appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate every single person in here, and I appreciate those that choose to support. So it's humbling, and it's amazing, and it's going to make this brand the best thing on YouTube and on Discord. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for the info. Which broker do you recommend? I use TD Now, and TDO has been told Tasty was go to. I used E-Trade for options. I love it. It's and especially if you watch my YouTube video, my E-Trade, how to execute options on E-Trade. I can get in and out of position very quickly. I could change and manipulate the position very quickly. I just like it. Granted, I've never used those other profiles, so those could be even better. But I love E-Trade. It's always treated me nice. I just completely lost my train of thought. I love the simplicity behind it. So the E-Trade Pro interface is awesome. So I'm ready to try the trial program with TradingView. Cool. So if we do break below this range and go down, you take puts, because remember the next support is 411, and that's a long way down, and you can make some big old money. Big old money. Coming down and testing this range again on the 3-minute chart. I'm going to switch over to the 5 here to kind of just give a good look around and view what we're doing on the trend. And I'm going to switch over to the 15 also. Right here. Bam. Right there. Also, if you are using TradingView, a cool little trick I was taught last week. I believe it was Chris. Can't remember though. If I forgot, I apologize. But hey, if you actually use your keyboard numerical keys, you could type in 1, 5. Boom. Change the intervals. I could type in 5. There's the 5-minute. I could type in 3. There's the 3-minute. Instead of having to click all over the place. Save me a lot of time. And be on the lookout here. We are currently on the 3-minute chart testing the low end of the range here. So be careful. Is there a referral code for E-Trade for you? Might be switching soon. I don't have one yet, but I'll look into getting one. It's like a six-tuple bottom. Yeah, it's definitely glued right to this bottom range here, and I want it to fall out. I purchased a couple of puts at 410. It's not a bad play. It's not a bad play. I'm not going to fault you for that one because I think we're going to pop through it. Are you keeping an eye on it right now on sub 40? I am not. This is a trend day, so I'm not necessarily looking too much on the RSI. So really, I'm looking at this range here and the volume profile, the volume itself, squeeze momentum in this range. So, and then of course I'm watching the sector. This XLF sector is going to bring this baby down, and I'm watching that. So once I see this nice red candle form right here, we're already at this range. It'll pop us through there, and I will take my puts. These puts I've got are currently at $2.15 a piece. All right, we're currently through the bottom range, and I want to see if this thing picks up. Let's look at XLF. Do I see red forming on XLF? Ooh. This is looking juicy. Man, if I see red, if there's a big old red candle forms on XLF, it's going to wipe out SPY. Everything wants to dip. Like, it wants to dip. It's right at this level. Already sold and made 5%. Great job, Colin. Great job. An educational video on youth would be awesome. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So here's XLF, man, just forming this little pennant right here, man. I want this thing to tank so I could get in some puts. All right, we got a little green form in there. What's XLF doing? So great stuff, great stuff. Thank you for being here. We got 246 people currently watching this live stream. Thank you for being here. A lot different than a couple weeks ago. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Hey, Tim Collins, another Patreon signing up for it. I really appreciate the support, Tim. Thank you very much. More support coming in, wanting to grow the OM brand. I can't thank you enough. Green candles forming. Let's look at the financial sector again. So green candles forming right there, still forming this tight range. And we've got this pennant forming. I just use these as visual aids. I don't make trading decisions off of pattern analysis. I don't like pattern analysis. But yeah, you've got these trends, this pennant forming, and then lower highs and higher lows. SPY bouncing right here. See, it's currently right at this range. It doesn't want to give up this range. You always got to wait for confirmatory price action. I'm going to step away for about a minute and a half. I'm going to make me a protein shake. I'll be back. Stand by. All right, I'm back. I see nothing crazy happen without me. I like it. All right, what do we got? Just a few questions here. If your first trade of the day is successful, are you a little less aggressive? Absolutely, absolutely, Chris. My whole thing is that if I take 2, 3, 4 positions in a day, my second, third, fourth one is always smaller than my first one. That just ensures that I'm not going to give back profits, or I'm at least going to finish the day green. So you have to realize if you come out of the gate swinging, you get you a nice big win with a good position size, 8%, 8.5%, or 8.8 is what I did today. Like, it's awesome. That's a golden nugget, man. You want to hang on to that nugget. Hang on to that nugget. Thanks, someone. I can't express how much I appreciate your effort, life-changing stuff here. Well, thank you. Axelier, I think that's your name. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the kind words, man. I love what I do. I love what I did before this, and man, like, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I'm a very religious person myself, so I've realized, I feel like there's a reason I'm doing this, to help others, and the fact that it's taken something I love to do, which is SPY or trade, just trading, and now I get to help people with it. It's just turned up the volume on the satisfaction with what I do. So I love it. I love it. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the kind words. How many candles do you feel safe for confirmation? It's not necessarily the number, it's the volume. So right here, for example, we saw these candles pop below, and you're probably asking yourself, well, why didn't you take a position? You popped the bottom range. You wanted to take on volume and follow through. So it's not necessarily a candle, it's the follow-on candle. Do I get a big pop in volume? And does the second candle's range take out the prior closing range? So this session closed here. I want this candle to pop below and break that candle. And then we have what's called confirmatory price action. And then I'm going to look at the XLF, make sure XLF is trending, and this just wasn't somebody dumping a position. How many trades should someone need with a good win-loss ratio before they start increasing the size? Oh man, that's not necessarily something you can put a number on. That's all emotional. That's psychological. Because you can build up a very small portfolio very large with this position. Because one, I'm allowing larger position sizes. If you go on Twitter or you ask several traders, I'm gonna change my gain. It's a little too okay, all right. So if you talk to a lot of traders out there, they're trading 1 to 2 to 3% positions. If they saw that I was trading 20 or 25% position sizes, they would freak out, call me an idiot. And I have been called an idiot several times. But that's why I like focusing on one thing, becoming good at one thing, because it allows me, trading my system, narrowing it down, trusting myself, what I do, and it allows me to take bigger position sizes. And it's worked out very, very well. Very well. That's why I'm teaching y'all to do it. Like, don't be afraid to take a larger position size if you know what you're doing. I'm not saying YOLO a bigger position size. I'm saying be smart, learn a position, become comfortable with that position, and then ramp up into larger position size like 20 to 25, 30%. That's what I do, at least. How many trade? You already asked that question. Yeah. So having said that, I would say 65, 70, 75% win rate is when you want to start considering taking bigger position size. That's when you can start backing up your wins and go forth with that. Try to go for, 100%. I'm not sorry, 100%. That'll never happen. Try to build that to 85, 80%. Then you can start really dialing up the numbers and making a killing. Once you hit that win rate, and then you start focusing on, all right, well, is it a manufactured win rate? You don't want a manufactured win rate. Manufactured win rate is where you're taking a bunch of 1 to 2% wins just because you want to build your win rate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking, and I'm not talking about something you post. I'm like, when you're manufacturing win rate, and when you're killing it. So if you're taking constant 10, 15% wins and you have an 80% win rate, it's awesome. And then that's when you stop caring about losing too much, because when you do take a loss, you trust your win rate and you'll make that money back up. Darcy jumping in on the super chat, $5. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Darcy. I really appreciate that. Again, it's amazing stuff. It's amazing stuff. I can't believe y'all are supporting this much. This awesome. I love it. I'm truly humbled by your all support. All right, sorry, just do a little research on something real quick. So yeah, we're getting this little, bounce-ish thingy right off of the bottom range. Am I in Texas? Nope, I'm not in Texas. I spent some time in Texas. I trained in Texas, but I am not in Texas right now. When SPY gets to the intersecting line of the green line, no, that's you're talking about pattern analysis there. I don't do pattern analysis. I've just got that green line for visual aid of the downward trend price. That's it. So yes, please wait for confirmation here. So now we got this big upward trend here, upward price. Chris, jumping on in on the super chat, man. Thank you very much. God, this is awesome. 3 of y'all doing some super chats today. I love it. Or was that 4? I don't even know now. It's awesome. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Awesome stuff, man. Y'all's support is unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. I can't wait to see where this thing goes in a year from now, man. I can't wait to see how many lives will be changed, how many mortgages will be paid, how many bankruptcies will be avoided by all of the stuff that's coming in here. Man, I can't wait. It just gives me chills just thinking about it. I can't wait. Not to mention, like, my big thing when the holiday season comes around, philanthropy for me is huge. Whether you're given to a church or you're given to people in need, something I like to do is give direct to somebody in need. Like, I don't necessarily like giving to church. I give to a church, but I don't like giving to organizations. Me personally, I like to give directly to those in need. And it's cool. Like, you can go to your local police department, at least I do, and you could find families in need that deserve need, and they're who's really struggling. They're busting their butt, but they can't seem to get a break. Whatever it is, give money or food or clothing for their kids or toys. Like last year we went and I bought, I filled my truck up with toys.
and I backed it up to this woman's apartment. You know, we got the name from the local police department, and backed up the truck to this woman's apartment and knocked on her door and said, hey, you know, come get everything out of this truck. It's all yours. You know, bikes and trucks and toys and all the clothing. And it's unbelievable, you know. And I only tell you that because I want y'all to realize that making all this money, it's not just about pouring all this into your account. It's more than that. It's about helping others, helping through knowledge, helping through giving, and just helping your fellow man. You know, that's the whole point we're here. What's the point of life if you're not going to help somebody else? So Khalid, jumping on the bandwagon. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. $3.99, man. That's awesome stuff, dude. Every little bit counts. Y'all are amazing. Like I wish I can give every one of y'all a big old bear hug. So thank you very much. So your support's incredible. About to retire in 8 months, 20 years Air Force. This will absolutely help pay the bill. Zippins, 20 years Air Force. Thank you for your service. An Air Force career, man. That's unbelievable. I'm in the Air Force. I don't know if you know, but I'm in the Air Force too. I don't know if you've been around for a while. So it's unbelievable. I'm actually Air National Guard. I will clarify that. I'm Air National Guard, but I'm active duty Air National Guard. So I'm activated on Title 10 orders. So I am quote unquote active duty, but I'm technically Air National Guard. So thank you for being here. I've been at going on 11 years. It's been the best 11 years of my life, man. I love every bit of it. Best decision I ever made was joining the Air Force. Forgot to add a message here, but to becoming an active member in your community is understanding and growing. That's all. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's all about giving back, man. That's the only way we're going to, even all the social programs, social problems we've got in this world, it's because we don't help each other. That's the whole problem. We're so worried about being right and beating our chest and one-upping everybody and, you know, posting TikTok videos of duck lips that we forget all we got to do is help each other, man. You know, it doesn't care. Just help each other. Do you think the increasing visibility of SPY options will improve or hurt your ability to find the right positions? I do not. When I first started this Discord, I'm not going to lie, it did hurt me a little bit because I wasn't trading my system. I was trading what I thought. I was trading the public view of that system. So yeah, I've gotten back to, all right, I don't really care about perception. I want y'all to see what my system is, not what your perception of my system is. So now I'm trading and I'm back to being me. So I like it. I think I've only taken like 2 losses in 2 weeks. So I love it. Helping more than the paid subscriptions I have spent in the last couple of months trying to understand. Thank you, Julie. That means more to me than you know. Thank you very much. That is exactly my goal. Holy smokes, Marvin coming in over the top with the $20. Thank you very much, Marvin. Awesome stuff. 20 for 20 plays milestone. You hit the 20 for 20? Oh, yeah. I love it. 20 for 20 plays, not one single loss. All because you're trading simply and effectively and repeatedly. That's all you need. That's all you need. I love it. Congratulations on 20 for 20, man. You know, that's something that's an incredible milestone. I love it. You don't understand how hard 20 for 20 is. Like you're the Joe DiMaggio of plays right now. It's unbelievably hard to get that win streak of 20 for 20. Unbelievable. Making cheddar, I'm just ballparking here. I think I've only taken 3 losses in 2 weeks. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to that. If it's not right at 3, either way, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm here to make my wins and go on forth and conquer and help y'all. So, Julie, thank you very much. Marvin, Khalid, awesome stuff. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, Khalid. But yeah, awesome stuff. Unbelievable. I love every bit of it. Coming down to test the bottom part of this range again for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time, 6th time. This will be the 6th time that we're testing the bottom of the range on the SPY on the 3-minute chart. I'm waiting for everything to pop down so I can jump in. Second account asks, what's the difference between the Air National Guard and the Air Force? Great question. I had no idea either until I knew what the Air National Guard was. I knew about the Air Force. Everyone knows what the Air Force is. But what's the Air National Guard? Air National Guard is a state component of the Air Force. So the federal government controls the Air Force. Your governor controls the Air National Guard. You're still funded through pass down through your funding through the Air Force, but you're activated by your governor. So you don't. The benefits of it is you don't travel, like you're not assigned to bases all over the world. You stay in your state. So if you're in New Jersey and you want to go join the New Jersey Air National Guard, you go to New Jersey and you join that guard unit and you stay there. Yes, you still would probably have to do some deployments and stuff like that, but you're not shifted all around bases all over the world. You stay there. So if you do want to serve your community through the military, and you don't want to necessarily be moved all over the world like the active duty members, then join your Air National Guard. It's a fantastic thing. It's life-changing. They send you to basic training or officer school or whatever it is you want to do. They send you to your school, your job school, which is your tech school, and then just send you back there and you work. And then you can either fulfill your guard duties, which is only one weekend per month, which is one Saturday, one Sunday every month, and you get paid for that. That's your only obligated commitment, is one weekend a month. Or you can look to take on a full-time position with the Air National Guard like me, and work full time. And that's what I do. I'm activated Title 10 orders, active duty orders. I'll get an active duty retirement, just like the regular big Air Force active duty. And that's me. That's my life. It's been the best decision I ever made. Air National Guard is a fantastic organization. I highly recommend it if you are a youngster looking to join the military. And I'm a pilot, so you can join the Air National Guard as a pilot too. So look to your local state. I promise I'm not getting any money for recruiting the Air National Guard, but I just love it. It's incredible. Awesome stuff. What a day, man. Great plays, great action, a lot of great people supporting the community. A couple of people added on the Patreon, which is unbelievable. I just love it. Would having a college degree make a difference? Absolutely. So you cannot become an officer in the Air Force without a college degree. So I got my degree first and then I joined the military. Because now it allows me to be an officer, which I am. So yeah, if you don't have a degree, then you would have to enlist, which is nothing wrong with that. You're just enlist as a enlisted person. And then, yeah. Good stuff here. All right, let's go through some trading questions. I know I've been yapping a lot. I've subscribed to a couple Discords the past year. One of them is $149 a month, but I joined for 1 month last year and somehow flown under the radar since. Man, $149 a month. See, that's terrible. See, I would just feel terrible if I took $149 a month from you all and then I started I went on a bad streak of posting losses. I'd feel terrible. $149 a month. There's people paid $1,000 and $500 a month for this stuff. It's unbelievable. Blows my mind. Anyway. I hope to fully understand the process for one day for real. Yeah, Khalid, absolutely, man. You keep up this. If you keep up to doing this and you keep learning, absolutely, you'll be here. 413 is looking to be good again. Yep, I've got them pinged up here. I'm just looking for this thing to drop. How come you don't pay for that NYSE data? I'm looking for it. I'm going to. I know it's cheap. I'll probably do it. Dipping below the 14, will it hold? Who knows? I'm watching. If they do, I'll drop. Do they provide flight training? Air Force, yeah. I mean, if you get into the pilot program, you don't. Obviously, they send you to flight school. So, you just have to apply for a slot, and once you get a pilot slot, they choose you and they send you off to school. I did 8 years in the Army National Guard, 3 of which was active for deployments. Those were tough, but essentially get a master's degree for free through the GI Bill. Absolutely, Aaron. Fantastic point. They pay for your schooling. Like once you get your active duty time in, they give you your GI Bill and you go off to school. They pay you to go to school. Is the 413 May 19th your next target? Yes it is. Do you mind if I charge? If you charge for my services? That's funny. Trust me, there's discords out there. I look around at other discords with thousands and thousands of members, and they're all charging $40 a month. And you can do the math, but that's not why I'm here. I believe that I'm going to help as many people I can in my entrepreneur side. I'll make my money off of this. I'm an entrepreneur. I have faith in me, but I'm not going to do it through charging you. So, at least I'm not gonna do it through charging you for my plays. But yeah, I mean, there's a business side of this, and there's a helping side of this. Like I'm helping you as much as I can, and it'll come around. I'm not worried about it. I'm not here for the money. Let's just say that I'm here to grow this OM brand. Investing Bear says, hello, I am just joining your channel late to the party. I was wondering what your current levels are for entry exit positions. Are you currently jumping? All right, currently do not have any positions. I took a put this morning, made 8.5% on. I'm not holding anything at the moment. I'm watching the 413 May 19th 413 puts, which what I'm looking at is I'm waiting for this level to bust. I want this lower at level to pop under volume for me to come down. We're currently sitting on this trend line. If we do pop below it, which I think we will, if we do pop below it, then I'll take puts and we'll ride this baby down to 411. 411 is the next support line. And it's going to come over here to the 1 hour or the SPY chart. So yeah, this is my only. I'm gonna have to talk to trading. This is my only gripe with this thing is that it covers up the volume profile. And you have to kind of click back and forth until it shows up. All right, perfect, right here. So we're currently in this huge volume scenario right here, this 414 level. And if we pop below it, the next stop down is 411, and it starts at 411, about 412, 411.98, and then we have peak volume. The control point here is at 411, right on the money. So, and this also looks at the gap. Look at the gap here. So we do have a gap to fill that we gapped up on Friday morning. So if we pop below it, which I think we will, there's a good chance you can make some bank on some puts. This 411. So be smart and wait for the entry. Don't get smoked. Don't let theta smoke you. So take a position, because there's guys out there they want this thing to chop because that's how they make their money. They write these calls, you buy them, theta kills you, they make your money. They take your premiums right out of your pocket. So don't let the theta monster get you. So we wait to your position, take your calls, and write it down to 410. All right. Are enlisted ops later? I am an officer. I make captain in 4 months. I was prior enlisted. I was enlisted for what? I was enlisted for 7 years, 6 years. Yeah, I was enlisted for 6 years, and then I commissioned an officer. And I'm about to put on captain. First time using TradingView, doing best to copy your charts. Thank you, Isaac. I'm going to do a video on my TradingView setup. But until then, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be able to help you until that happens. Let me know. Thanks, Cyril. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the kind words. OM Entrepreneur shirts coming soon. Hey, that reminds me. If you haven't noticed, go in the merch channel. Go in the merch research channel in Discord and vote. I posted a coffee cup that I'm doing, as well as some vinyl stickers. Those are gonna be the first 2 items I roll out quickly, and I'm already in the works on shirts and hoodies as well. So please go in there and vote on the merchandise so I can kind of get a good consensus if you like those or not before I start rolling things out. So thanks for the reminder, Isaac. That's something I wanted to mention. I forgot to do today. Thank you. All right, going back to the 5-minute chart here. We're still trending this nice little line. I like it. Would love to hear more about the Air National Guard. My weekends are generally lazy and unproductive, which I can't really stand anymore. Sure thing. How old are you? I'm new to this channel and definitely I'm glad I found your channel. Been trading SPY the last 2 months, hit and miss and not consistent. Yeah, good. I'm glad you found here, Matt. Man, it's all about consistency, repeatability. You know, this whole system is all about being confident in your setup. It's about simplicity, repeatability. So if you could just keep things nice and simple, cut out the noise and follow your indicators and learn the market, I promise you, like it would be unbelievable. Like this system is very consistent. It's better than clicking through because you get in this whole thing of you start guessing because you take a loss on Tesla, then you take a loss on CCFE, then you take a loss on NEO. It's like, all right, I got to find these stock. I got to find the right stock. Everyone's making money except me. I got to find the stock. And you start just shotgun blasting out there and looking through, and you don't really know what you're looking for. You know what you're looking for. So it's like, what do you do? So if you could stick to one thing, SPY, learn everything you can about it, and then you don't like eventually down the road when you start learning stuff, there are so many different ways you could trade SPY. Covered calls, you could write calls, straddles, strangles, you could do long call, long puts, short puts. You could do all this stuff to make you money. You don't need all the stocks. Use stocks for your long-term portfolio. If you want to throw in, you know, like I have a bunch of stocks in my long-term portfolio. That's different. When in terms of this account, you don't need all that crap. You don't need all that crap. So, what do you think of algorithms on TradingView? Not familiar. Not familiar. On your long-term portfolio, do you sell calls, puts? No, I don't. No, I don't. That's strictly for growth, long-term growth. You'll be 24 to 25 in 2 months. I college graduated management information systems. Man, the International Guard would love to get their hands on you. So, all right, so you do have a degree, so you can go straight into a commission, which means become an officer. You can go straight into an officer if they choose that. If you do that, like you can pick, like basically you'll go to the recruiting office and say, all right, I want to join my particular state's Air National Guard. And you can choose your job. They'll say, all right, we have this open, we have this available, we have this open, we have a pilot slot. Now, I will tell you, the Air National Guard works a little different than the active duty, where they won't pull a new person off the streets to be in a pilot program. Usually they choose from within, people that are tested, tried and true, that they know, because this pilot community is a very tight-knit community. They don't want people you could be well qualified, but they want to know they can get along with you because you spend a lot of time together. So, you know, you go there, you join, you prove yourself. You would probably want to seek out an officer position because you have a degree, and you join the degree, and then you do your. I'm colorblind, so no pilot. Yep, yeah, that would be a big no colorblindness. So yeah, join that, become an officer, and then you do the 1 week in a month. And if you want to work full time, then you would see if there's any full time positions open. After you go through school, you come on, and then you want to seek out a full-time position. But Air National Guard's fantastic, man. I would highly look at it. I had no idea it even existed until I wanted to join, and that's what I did. Just to clarify, you're waiting for the price to drop 413 before buying. No, I'm not. So I've got my 413 puts spun up because those are the deltas I want to drop where I want to go. Those are the 413 puts is where this thing's going to start falling. It's going to provide me the liquidity and the volatility that I want. Not the liquidity, I'm sorry, wrong word. The volatility and the profitability I want to satisfy my personal taste. Like, that's just me. I like that particular range. This DTE to capture volatility is shorter, and then the 413 puts. So what I'm waiting for is for this price action to bust out this bottom range with volume. So it's already busted it, a few times, 1, 2, 3, but it didn't do it under volume, and it didn't do it aggressively. What I want to see is called follow through, which is confirmatory price action. I want to see a red candle, and then I want to see an additional red candle take out the prior candle's range aggressively to the downside. I also want to see XLF start to roll it off as well, because XLF right now is on the uptrend. Right now, I'm currently trading the May 19th 413 puts. Does a weekend gig count for the GI Bill? Yes, it does. It's just a different farm. I think it's a 1606 GI Bill. You still get the GI Bill, but it's different from the active duty GI Bill. But you still get it. Now you can do like me. I get the full active duty GI Bill because once you serve 4 years of active duty time, which you can accumulate This is a huge in-depth conversation, but you can do 4 years of active duty time in the Air National Guard, and then you get your full your GI Bill. Sweet Jackson. All right, hold on. Here, I'm here. Sorry, I've been stuck in the YouTube live chat. All right, let's take a look. All right, what are you talking about this car? I can see something about Carvana in here. What's Carvana? One of my favorite options mirror quotes is protect your powder. Absolutely. Protect your powder. I love it. That's what, it's just don't hold overnight, man. You can do anything you want when you don't hold overnight. You're not tied into a position when you're holding overnight. XLF is currently increasing, so I would expect a little strength to come in here on the SPY to take this thing up a little, not much. Great job, Raul. Nice job. Posted those plays in the testimonials room. So following our plays today, he rocked it today. So thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm destroying your name. Zazamura. Great job. Great job. Up 2.6.1% or 2.61%. Awesome stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. I was wondering if selling my car would be a good financial decision if I hardly use it. Man, I mean, it depends. I mean, do you have consumer debt against it? Do you have a loan against it? I would have to ask you a whole bunch of questions for that. I mean, like, what's your annual income? How much debt do you owe? How much debt do you have total? Can you afford it? Like all that kind of stuff. So if you're popping in $200K a year and the car is worth 10 grand, to keep the car, it all depends. It's all relative. It's all relative. I'd have to know a little more details about it. Yeah, let's just throw that. Let's just throw that talk in the. Let's throw that talk in the general lobby, and I'll be happy to talk to you about that if you want to talk about it in there, or in the debt. What is it? The debt-free journey channel. I'll talk to you about it in there. I don't want to gum up the SPY room. Is today a green day? Possibly. I would say not likely. Possible, sure. SPY has done some crazy things, but we're having this huge consolidation at this line. I think we're more likely to break down than we are to break up. SPY needs to hurry up and move. I'm hungry. Yeah. Trust me, I'm about to go work out, so, it needs to do it soon. Thank you for explaining. You're welcome. You're welcome. Can you do a recap of what you're saying? I had to step away like many working well and look at your videos. I'm just talking about random stuff, military, options, all that stuff. And basically what I'm looking for here, Eddie, is that I'm waiting for this we've been stuck here all morning on this range, and I want this thing to pop down with follow through. So I want to see basically two candles, one here and then one that's taking out the prior range, popping through here on some volume. Because right now, like the squeeze momentum in the 3 minute is ridiculous. There's just no volume here. It's just bleh. So I want to see this thing take down, and then we'll ride this baby down. All right, what do we got? Aaron says, even if part-time and end up doing some active time in deployment, there's also the post-9/11 GI Bill that ramps up based on how much active time. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, Aaron. Yes, great job. Yep. GI Bill pays up to $3,100 a month for housing while you go to school, up to 4 years worth of quarter semesters. There you go. Great option if you want to pay for some school youngsters. Is the military to join the Air National Guard. 8 EMA is already below the 21 in the 5 minutes, so if you enter soon, the thesis is going to be more about price action than the crossover. Yes. Well, very, very good observation, Frank. So yeah, so the 8 EMA is below the 21. It is downtrending bearish. Obviously, everything is downtrending, but we still keep holding this support strong. So I do not want to get waylaid on a rebound by taking a put here because we bounce off support. What I want is to follow through the support system. Once this thing breaks support, we go down to 411. Now you can be aggressive and wait this thing out till we go down and touch the bottom end of the service. I just read the thing until the bottom end of the support, which is 411. So Do you want to try a TradingView algorithm while we were waiting? I don't know what that is. Let's do it after hours. Yeah, I'll hit you up on that when I turn off the live stream. Let's do that. So just DM me on Discord and we'll set that up. You're welcome. Kishan, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you very much for your kind words. Yeah, it's hard for me to accept thanks for my service because I love what I do so much. It's not a sacrifice at all, man. I absolutely love what I do. It's the best job in the world. I can't believe they pay me to do it. That's why I'm still doing it. I have the best of both worlds, man. I love what I do at home. I love what I do at work. It's just, life is good. Life is good. I get to do some really cool stuff, flying some really cool aircraft, making some good money. So I can't complain. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate that. If you're new to the OM community, please like all my videos, subscribe to this channel, share the channel too. Let's start growing this baby and let's start helping other people. So if you're on Reddit and you hear people in trouble, refer them. If you're at work and you hear someone complaining about their life and their money and how their significant other won't stop spending money, give them our link. Say, hey, have you heard about Options Millionaire? He might be able to help you. So if you are new, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, like the Discord, join the Discord. Or you could talk to me pretty much 24/7. I've got my phone on me, communicating with y'all pretty much nonstop. Anybody who has a question, I'll try to answer as fast as I can. Or you can also join us on Reddit, Options Millionaire, Instagram, options.millionaire on Instagram. Somebody already took the Options Millionaire name back in 2015. They haven't posted in about 6 years, but yeah, so options.millionaire. And then, of course, you can support the Patreon. I love it. I love it. Y'all are too good to me. First 9% today on SPY. Thanks for your streaming. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for being here. 9% is a fantastic win. I'll take 9% all day, every day. All day. I don't need your 30, 40, 50% wins. I'll take 9% all day, every day. Breakdown. So I've got my put. The only reason I haven't stepped off to go to the gym yet is because I'm waiting for this thing to break down, and I've got my puts ready to go, and I don't want to miss this move. So the second I get this move out of the way, I'm going to the gym. Oh. What we got? Come on, it wants to go. It wants to go. It's almost wild how perfect that trend is today, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, you're not talking about me. You're talking about Gino. So XLF is increasing. I'm going to be careful here. Maybe we won't get our breakdown. XLF, maybe it'll be time for calls because XLF, the financial sector is increasing. They're increasing hard too. Man, that's an idea. All right. See, the ADMA is starting to turn upwards. XLF is increasing. All right, I'm about to take a position here. So May 19th, 415 calls. May 19th, 415 calls. I like where thing is going. I think this thing is going to continue to climb. And we're in at 218. So I'm watching this closely. I like the way XLF is starting to increase big time. Volume picking up on XLF big time. I see that 8 EMA is starting to cross upwards. And I just like where this thing is going here. So I'm going to take a small position here. It's roughly a 5% position. I'll have to double check here, but I just put in some numbers. That's roughly about that position size. And we're going to go up here. And let's see what happens. I think it looks like we're going to get a bounce here. I'm not going to stay in this position long. Yep, those are calls. Those are calls. So XLF. Thanks for confirmation bias. So yeah. And I'm just playing this bounce here. Not getting it though, so if I see you get waylaid, I'm going to exit this position here. But I like where things are headed. I like where things. I see. Look at the financial sector. It's raging. It's raging up. What's the Q doing? Q is trying to get the bounce too. I need the Q to get the bounce. That'd be nice. No, I don't. I use these positions on. Here we go. I use these. I get these positions on. What's it called? I just completely. Oh, limit buys. I always do limit buys. I never, ever, ever do market orders. So yeah, look at the market. It looks like we're getting some popping coming into the market here and uptrending. I was hoping for a bounce or a pop down. Check if Q breaks 2-1-3-4. Copy. So right now I've got 323.05, and of course we're getting a little green coming into Q here. So I just need to do a little uptrending. I am already in. Yes, I did the May 19th 415 calls. And I got into 218 on those. So I like where we are going. 10% on these calls is $2.39 on these premiums. That's where I'd want to look at for taking a 10% profit. This is a bounce play here. So if I don't get the movement I want, I'm not going to hold these positions. I'll get out. But I'm playing the bounce of the XLF. I'm playing this little momentum that's coming into the market to take this baby higher. I need some Creed to play. Where's Funky when I need him? Fang is going green too. Yep, I am in. So all that the little green candle is getting sold off here. The 8 EMA is finally starting to touch the 21 on the upside, and I just want to see this thing start to climb into the afternoon. XLF, what's XLF doing? So X here, I'm going to go over to the 1. I see this little red candle there on the 1. Let's go to the 3. Here. So things are looking bullish on the 5-minute chart for XLF, which is pretty much my confirmation for getting in this call. I'm not looking to make big bucks off this call. I just want, if I can get 4, 5, 6% off this, I'll be happy. So I can compound on today's gain, which would be fantastic. Yeah, it'll turn quickly against me. So, if you are mirroring this play, just be very, very careful. If I get out of this position, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and type up my order form. It's not really moving. It's not giving me the warm and fuzzies here. So I need volume to come in and take this thing higher. XLF is still climbing. What's the Q doing? Q is still trending sideways. Now we've got a little bit of upwards movement. Not much. Come on. That's what I want to see, baby. That's what I want to see. Let's go. All right. How do I join the Discord? I posted a link in the SPY in the YouTube chat earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Get you where you need to go. I need to keep this thing posted on a sticky note. There we go. All right. There you go. Just posting the Options Millionaire Discord channel right there. Cool. All right, XLF, what are we doing here? So I'm really watching XLF. I do not want to see XLF get wicked out. I'm going to switch to the 3 so I can be a little bit more on Johnny on the spot with this thing here. If this thing gets wicked out, I'm going to be very careful on this position. We're currently slightly green, not much. I was hoping to get a little bit stronger bounce to clear 5 or 6% quickly on this. I'm not getting that. So I'm going to be careful on these positions. I've got my finger on the sell button, so in one instant I'll be out of this position. In one instant I'll be out of this position. You're very much welcome. Very much. Thank you for asking, and thank you for joining the Discord. Bounce off the 200 EMA. That's right. Not liking this at all. Don't like it. I need this thing to go higher. I'm not liking it. I don't want to get walloped back down to the trend line here, especially if this sells off. So definitely trend is coming up here. This is free. The 5 and 3 are starting to trend towards bullish. Let's look at the 15. 15 starting to turn. There's a nice little green volume. I love it. This is what I want to see. Come on, baby. Got out at 221. Well done. Well done. XLF is starting to move, and I want to see this baby climb if I'm going to get in this. So reverse hammer on the XLF, 3 minute. Not trusting Momo here. All right. Oh, man, I don't like this. I'm not getting the warm foibies here, so I'm just going to take this off to 222. I'm out of that. So I'm going to post this in the room here. Not getting the bound I wanted. We could go higher, but I don't want to get... right at this point, I'm just waiting for this thing to get waylaid, and I don't want to do that. So I'll take my little 4-cent gain. I didn't get the movement I wanted, so I'll take it off the table. Right now, when your strategies change, like I went in expecting something, I didn't get it, so I'll take it off the table. I'll re-enter if I need be. So, in at 218, out at 222, just a little 4-cent gain. Not much, but hey, you know what? I don't trust it. I don't trust it, especially when I've been puts all day. When I've been wanting to play puts all day, that's all I'll need. So. Ain't no thing, ain't no thing. I'll take win all day long. And I'm out of, if you are still following the Discord, I am out of that position. I exited at 222. So. Sweet, going up even more. So now we're at 225. So, you know, good. If you're holding that position, well done, well done. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Absolutely. I got my little 2% gain. I'll take it and replay. So, and of course, right when I close a position, it decides to go up. It's good stuff. We'll definitely be recommending streams to my friends and family. I love how small enough group is where you can respond to all the chats. Yep. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. You know, I appreciate you saying you're going to spread the wealth. So, spread the knowledge. Anytime I only make a 2% gain, I run myself that it takes a savings account 3 years to build that. Dude, you're so right. You're so right. You got to put it in perspective. You got to frame it in perspective. I love it. I need to build account 25 grand. Currently have 18. Oh man. Dude, you're right. I thought you were going to say I need to build up 25. I only have $800. You got 18 grand. You're almost there. I could have you there in a week and a half. Not even that. Good stuff. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's make some money. Let's get you above that 25. Let's get you doing some PDTs. All right, let's go back over to SPY. I know I've got the XLF up there. SPY is currently the bottom of the range. Love it. I love it. Let's see what y'all did in the merch room here. 29 for the green on the coffee mug and 12 for the sticker. Good stuff. I'll have the clothing out shortly to take pictures of. Yeah, so here we are, getting some little red candles forming there. And look at that red corner forming. So the last big options play I have is J&J and EL, and then I'm fully committed SPY. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I love it. Fully embracing the SPY movement. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone's support and kind words. I promise you, if you stick in this room and learn from other people, there's people in this room smarter than me. I promise you that. If you learn from them, you take a little bit of what I learned, and you'll make you an awesome strategy. I promise you, you will come out better on the other side. Even if you don't like the strategy, I promise you, you will learn something that'll make you a better trader. So, all right, we're getting a little dip here on the price action. This is why I sold that crap, because I just didn't trust the bounce. It didn't happen aggressively. It didn't happen under volume. So I closed it. And here we are, 216 and rounding on the 1. Let's go to the 3-minute chart. Right there, big old red candle on 3 minute. XLF, what's it doing? Little red candle forming on the 3. So just low volume too. So little scalp day. I'm not going to hold position long on the scalps. Frame your strategy within the environment of the current day. Today's a scalp environment. It's not a hold environment. So when you play a scalp play and it doesn't go for you, that is not the time to hold and see what happens. On a scalp day, you get out. If it's a long-term hold day, maybe you can hold it out and wait for it to go green, but not on a scalp day. Because look, this thing's getting smoked right now. Those premiums I sold at 222 are now at 208, so it's getting smoked. It's playing with the 50. Yep. Now, I want it to come down and test this range. I want to come down and test this range right here. Colin, my wife, said the same thing. I hope she's watching this. So, I'm in puts for a scalp. Good. Yeah, just wait for confirmation. So right here, 414.14. I'm looking for this. Quick tips for identifying a scalp day and a hold day. It's really, it's about price action. It's all about price action. So today's like today where things are popping. It's stuck to the range, up and down, blah, blah. It's a scalp day. This is theta. This is premium killing days. You'll get smoked holding stuff on here. So on a day like that, what a hold day here, I'll show you what a hold day looks like. This is a hold day. Fighting through the ranges, never comes down, touches the ranges, up. The EMAs never touch, it just goes up. That's a hold day. This is segmented holds. You could do a hold here for a long 2 hours. You could do a hold here for a couple hours. That's stuff, but you got to watch the EMAs to do that. It's all about reading the price action. This stuff, I don't want to touch this stuff with holding because bam, up and down, huge moves, peaks and valleys. I don't want any of that. The range is consolidating. Is consolidation for daily move to that from what I'm seeing. It's definitely consolidating here, but it all depends on what the XLF is going up, so I'm inclined to agree that this thing is going to uptrend. I'm just not willing to risk that out. Got a small percentage win on that. Good. Win's a win, absolutely. Today is trading in a range, not a trend. Yep, it is definitely in a trend. In a range. Range trading is scalping, trend trading is holding. If you recommend any books to read about options trading, yeah, I'm going to get a list together of some good options books I've read. I know right now it's the Hedge Fund Market Wizards, which is more about the high-end macro view of options trading. It doesn't get into the nitty-gritties of it, but I'll get you something. When's the first in-person OM meetup? I'll tell you what. If we hit 20,000 people in Discord, I'll do a live in-person meeting. How about that? Just a ballpark number. I'd love to do that. Get everyone together. Get maybe just everyone who wants to get together and talk trading. I'd love to do that. Five-day winning streak. Didn't even look at OM's plays, but these were almost exactly what he played based on his system. Awesome stuff. Look at that. I love it. Great job, Ioxis. Awesome stuff. XLF is going higher. I think it's going to take... Whoa! Look at that green candle on the SPY. All right, so now... Let's see here. We're at 414.91. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's switch over to the 5 and see what the indicators are saying. So everything is definitely turning up. Do we have crossover yet? I think we pretty much do have crossover. About to. Yeah, we have crossover. 8's crossed over the 21 on the 5 minute. We've got a green candle, albeit small, on the squeeze momentum. You know what? Here, I'm going to take this out. I don't even cross-check that thing anymore. I'm taking that out. Right here, and then we're currently uptrending here, and then the volume is right there. So we're at the top of the volume profile here. It's 415-ish range. If we break through here, we might climb up to day's highs. And then, of course, the gap is at that 416.91 level. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's the best way to donate to you? Well, it's really up to you. So the Patreon is you can do the Patreon, or you can do the YouTube super chats here. So the Patreon, you do your I think you sign up for a monthly contribution there, small. I've got 3 different tiers you could choose from depending on how much you want to contribute. Either way, it's up to you. I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate even that, just everyone's support here. So I appreciate that. So the Patreon is posted in the Discord, or it's on my YouTube channel, or you can just do the super chats here. Either one. Jeremy, there he is. He was my first super chat, I think. So what's up, buddy? He had a 92%er last week. Been super busy with work, just dropping to say thanks or see what's up, and congrats on today's play. Ended up making 24% Friday. Awesome stuff. I mean, this guy's killing it. 92% last week, 24% on Friday. He's killing it. Awesome stuff, Jeremy. Thanks for being here, buddy. Can I look at a daily chart and be able to tell the hold all day or scalp? You can after the first hour, basically. If you form your ranges and figure out what the price is doing and kind of look at the market sentiment, yeah, you can do that. I use the 3 and the 5 and the 15 to do basically your day's analysis. I use the 1 if I just want to see what the candles are kind of looking at and show the expanded view of these candles. I'll do the 1. But I don't make decisions based on the 1, because if you're looking like here, you'll see the big candle form and get excited, then a red candle, and then green candle. It's like, So I don't like to do that. It raises my blood pressure too much. I'm getting old. I got to protect my blood pressure. So yeah, these things are taking off. Cammy coming out with the super chat. Thank you very much. As promised. I love it. I love it. She said she's going to give 10% of her wins to me in the super chat, I think. So that's fantastic. That makes me laugh. Thank you very much for your contribution and for your support. It means the world to me. So thank you very much. All right, man, this thing's raging now. XLF is currently carrying it, man. You got to learn to trust the financial sector. Yep. Yep, that's my problem. Good call entry on my part. Cut it loose though. I just didn't trust it, so it is what it is. Okay, I'll get it again. Thanks, Hank. Yeah, there you go. Hank was right. Volume Profile KV4 coins. Aaron just says, I learned the hard way that there's a limit for day trade if you have less than 25 grand in your account. Looks like I'm twiddling my thumbs till next week. Yep. Unfortunately, yeah, they got you on the PDT. I don't like that rule, but it is what it is. Booyah. All right, all right. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, well, it is currently 11:45 at 12 o'clock my time. That's 15 minutes. I'm going to pop off here, go take care of a few things I got to do. I'm going to start, got to start trimming up the Greeks video I made last night for y'all. I can't even say it. I'm supposed to make a video. So yeah, I started creating the Greeks video last night. I really want to make it my thing. Like there's a billion different Greek videos out there, and I want y'all to learn it from me and the right way to do it, in my opinion. So I'm going to be rolling that out here. I'm going to go work on that. I'm going to go hit the road and do some running for a little bit, eat some lunch, and I'll come back and do the afternoon sesh. So if y'all are ready, let's trade the afternoon here. Made a couple of great trades today. I think 8.5% and 2%. I'll take it all day long. Wins, wins, wins. To maintain this win rate, maintain your portfolio, and grow into oblivion. So it's been great work. Thank you all for being here. Cami said after 100 by deposit, I should have asked you first. No, you're good, Cami. Appreciate it. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to go hit that, do some things. Y'all be smart. Be ready to come back on here later. Be in the Discord room. I'll still be monitoring that in and out to answer any questions if need be. Trade smart. Make sure you're not trading emotionally. Like this is a range day, so play appropriately. Don't be holding stuff all the time. Don't be holding down into a 30% loss. Just be smart. So thank you all for being here. I really truly appreciate every single one of y'all's support and help. Thank you very much. Join all the applicable social medias. Join the Discord, of course, and learn more than you ever could imagine. Y'all are extremely welcome. Thank you for being here. It's 11:45. Got about 3 hours, 15 minutes until that happens. So anyway, y'all take it easy. Have a good one. See ya.